look at the final readout on air distance, according to Next Gen Stats. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with the bandit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Taking it about the 16. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson. That pass complete to Moore. Touchdown, LA! Rondell Moore with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before it can even get started. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They go with Jacobs. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 58 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Edmonds. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during the ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Traylon Burks from 3 yards out. And the Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Diggs in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. 14 touchdowns for the rookie during the regular season, and now he's got his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it's certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Jacobs going to try the middle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. From the gun, here's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Here's Watson. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Moore, the man in motion. Play action. Now Wilson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Left side, got Jones. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23.
He'd been having a good day so far, but I think he got a little overzealous on that one. Still young in this league. Has to learn to try not to do too much on an individual play because, as we all know, sometimes less is more. And throwing away is preferable to making the big mistake.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Looking deep for Adams, and that is incomplete. took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame him one bit. I don't think
He's got him in. Complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Watson. And brought in downfield by Burks. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run it with Jacobs. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Traylon Burks in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Pass on for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Going deep for Diggs. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Amari Barno able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be fourth and short.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. He's got the first down and more than that. Still on his feet. The 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. But look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now a first down throw, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. Watson now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs from 8 yards out, and the Chiefs get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, the first catch of the game for George Kittle. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Wilson. Flushed out right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
87 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On 4th down, Watson. He gets this to Davante Adams. And he is going to have the Chiefs first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now it's Watson. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Davante Adams. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Chiefs 28.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On second down, it's Jones. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. But, Charles, what a rookie season he had catching the football over 1,000 yards on the year, and he comes through there with a nice grab.
And we've seen wide receivers in recent years come in and have big years right away. And you think about Justin Jefferson in 2020, 1,400 yards and huge impact on his team and on the league. This guy, he's following his footsteps as an impact guy here in year one.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And Nick Bolton there on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 116 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll try the air now with Watson. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
One more time with Jacobs. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Now Wilson. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Wilson. Gets this to Moore.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Wilson's throw pulled in by Kittle. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Throwing now is Wilson. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around. Now Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Wilson to throw. And it's caught. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Wilson going to throw for it. And he is into the end zone. The conversion attempt is good. And that'll give him an 8-point lead here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
One last throw here for Watson. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put a big check mark
Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sakai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know her way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that at 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside. A wild hood, only knew goons since my childhood. Say anything in they raps cause it sound good. Don't even mean what they say, horrible outlook. Y'all ain't really about this house. Y'all was in the house with it. We don't respect fake jewelry and silly outfits. Window down, blowing out. Great tits, New York's J. Prince on Houston Street. I caught the bounce before my even bounced the beat. I took the hard way in it, man, it's the route for me. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. Your top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city is mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go back. Meet Joe Black, meet Joe Black. Why would I ever have to cop a chain again when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? Why would I?
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we went on the ride nobody with, we the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr,
trust, clean taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Tell my to Ellie, me I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me knew my DNA. Baby for lunch, but we call me a star before BB.